Good evening, everybody.
Nous sommes là, vous êtes là.
Welcome, everybody, to our living room for another edition of
Tango and wine.
Tango and Wine. Tango for later, and wine.
For
I
now.
almost finished the glass and the bottle. Well, we didn't finish it tonight. We finished it during the course of the week. So,
Cheers to you.
cheers to you in your living room. We hope you have a very nice wine. Please feel free to share with us what you are drinking. To share the brand of wine or something that you like. It's always nice and interesting to.
Also, thank you for those of you who joined us yesterday, the technique class. It was really nice that we saw some posts on the chat. We hope you enjoyed it. Next week, one more is coming up.
On Wednesday at 9 o'clock again.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That one will be about walking, caminar. Now, let's start. Let's get into
Yes.
the groove, like Madonna would say.
So we prepared this for you.
Last week, if you were there, we were working on Lapis for the men to the left. This week, we will work Lapis to the right, and for the followers, a heel to the right. So
With an adorno,
Yes.
if we manage to
we
get
will
there.
manage. We will not show that immediately. We will first show the first part of the movement that we will do, which starts like this: 1, media luna, sacada of me with my left step, change of weight, and then a back step. And then we start over with right. 1, 2 side step for the lady, sacada with left, change of weight, and back with left. And 1, 2, sacada with left, change of weight, back with left, and 1, 2, sacada with left, change of weight, and back with left. Okay.
Bonsoir Eric.
Bonsoir Eric. Vous êtes au triple vestimal ou au 20? Okay, we will split up for this. So first I suggest we do the leader movement 5 times, and then
it's
5 times the ladies
I
movement.
think we're gonna do 6.
6?
Three
6
full-
for the ladies then?
3 full turns.
Okay.
I have it in my notes.
Yes, sorry. 3 full turns. So we're going to start side. Then we make a forward step towards the partner, and while we go forward, we're going to turn the chest to the left, so the lady does back, side because of this, and then in her forward step, I will go with a left step in a sacada. This is quite a challenge, you will notice immediately. I change the weight on this foot, I turn on both feet, actually more on right, and then I go back with left. And then we start over again with right forward. 1, lead the partner there, continue leading her there, step towards her in a sacada, change your weight, and back. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. And 1, and 2, and 3. One more time. And 1, and 2, change, 3. Okay,
Comment
good.
ça marche pour les cavaliers? How is
that
it
working?
working?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ladies, time to work.
Let's do this. So we go side, back, side, forward, and then forward again, and then you exit again. Let's do it again. And bum 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 bum, and let's do it again.
You're not making it right.
Yeah.
Oh. Ladies, side, back,
Open.
And- when I step there, make a full pivot,
Yes, that's it.
and then we end up here, and now we start over. 1, and 2,
It's a full pivot.
1. Okay?
And
That's right.
pam pam. So you have 1 and done. And here,
pivot.
full pivot. Here I am. And then you go forward again, and we start
are the...
Again. Bam, 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 and go forward.
And immediately back, not changing.
And bam, 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 in front.
And return, no changing.
And
One.
bam, 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 bam.
And
1 and 2. Bam.
Can you do it a bit slower for ladies?
1 and 2. Forward. Back. Bam. Forward.
So back, diagonal sides, and now
Forward, which turns again there. It ends up in front.
Yeah.
You then immediately return, where you can start over and end up there.
yeah. And that forward step should be almost in the same diagonal line as that side step.
Yeah.
So not really towards the partner again. It will be more clear when the partner
It's
is there.
easier when there is a partner, I have to
So
admit.
let's do it again. So more
So you go
diagonal.
Back,
And
diagonal,
now continue
forward.
diagonal. Yes. And then make your turn.
So, tick, 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 tick.
And exit. And 1 and 2, 3. Okay. 1
and
2,
3.
A very big turn.
1, and it's very far.
And 3. Okay, good. Let's try that together. Good to see you, Micah. Welcome. Hi. Okay, let's try that together.
Yes.
So, 5, we go very slowly. 6, 7, and side. Okay, now, my forward step, during the forward step, I lead her to a side step, not too far away from the leader, and then she's going to continue stepping sort of in that line. And then we are going to step with our left foot in between, change our weight while we go forward, and we change the direction, and then back with left. And then we start over with the right foot again. So 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3.
So for the ladies, back, diagonal, forward, very far turn. Step
And 3.
and back.
1, 2, sacada, and back. Is it working, everybody?
Comment ça fonctionne? Yeah, we don't
1
have a feel.
and 2 and 3. Everybody, is it working? We have a small delay, but okay, good. So, hi, Kevin.
Hey,
Hi,
that's
Kevin.
super!
Kevin is a friend of me that doesn't dance tango.
But he drinks Orval, so they share the same hobby in that way.
Yes. Okay, good. Now, we are sometimes doing this step, well, you can repeat it twice, but of course you can also exit. It's not the idea to repeat this and repeat this. It is actually an exercise for the thing that is to come. Okay, let's try just that movement with music. So repeat it a few times. So what we will be doing is we're going to repeat it like 1 and 2 and 3, and then repeat it once more, 2 and 3, and then we're going to just exit with a quadrado, for example. Okay, so we can now and then do something else.
Let's try and
Let's
then
try with
we
music.
add something more.
Five, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exit quadrado. And we start over. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, one more time. 7, we turn for this. 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, exit. Ok.
Comment ça fonctionne?
Comment ça fonctionne tout le monde? Ça va?
Ça marche?
Is that working?
Ça danse?
Good. Well, we hope good. Okay, now we're going to add a little something which is called the lapis at the end, and then well, you will see it will not be immediately the full lapis, but
We have a sandwich.
we have a sandwich. Yes. So first we eat something and then we come back.
So, the
So-
in-between step.
The movement that we're doing in the beginning is the same, and now here I'm going to go back. Now from here I'm going to lead her around me back,
Into
and
side
then
step.
make a small pivot and look for her right foot, my right foot against her left, to make a sandwich, a turn, and then we exit.
This normally should be in your vocabulary.
The sandwich.
Sandwich, yeah.
Okay.
So
So-
let's do it again.
Action once more. So same beginning. Now I go back and then I send her around me and then I look for her feet into a sandwich. Right back. Change your width and we exit. Okay? Okay, we got it for the moment. Good, Erik. Good. Okay, let's try all together this movement immediately. We
Yeah.
don't need to split up because we add very few steps. So let's go 1 and 1, 2,
and
sacada.
very far
Step.
turn.
Now
Now,
back.
forward.
Now here I'm basically going to stand on my left leg and lead her around me. And make a small pivot. My feet should normally cross a bit, and then I look for her feet. Sandwich, right back,
Step over.
and then we exit. Okay, again. And 1, 2,
One and
3,
2
4,
for the follower.
and
And
1,
and
and
2 for the
sandwich.
follower.
right back.
Step over.
Change of weight. No change of weight, sorry. And we exit.
Again.
Okay.
We do it again.
All together. 5, 6, 7, and
You have
1, 2,
1 and
and
2
3,
ladies.
4,
1
5,
and
and
2
6.
for the sandwich for the ladies. Step over.
And we finish the movement. Is that working, everybody? Let's try it once more, a few
So
times.
you hear me say N, so there is an acceleration twice for the follower.
Yes.
I will say it again.
7,
Don't worry.
and 1, 2,
1
and 3, and 1,
and
2.
and
Sandwich,
then
and then,
normal pace.
okay. If something is not working, please feel free to post it in the chat, okay? Let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2,
1 and
3,
2 and 1
bum,
and
bum,
2.
sandwich. And we exit. Okay, let's try it with the music,
Yes.
all together.
Yeah.
Sin más chance que mi ansia triunfa conmigo. Y después cuando mi padre me besaba en la
And
frente,
that's your
y lloraba
acceleration.
por el hijo a quien nunca vio más.
7,
Por eso
and
los saludos
1,
de
1, and 2,
cuando mi
3,
regreso al
4,
final.
and 5, 6, 7, and
Again.
1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 1. Exhale. Okay.
Comment ça marche? Oh, there is a chat coming.
There is a chat coming. Coucou, coucou Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude first and Daniel.
Bienvenue.
Bienvenue. Okay. Good. Now we're going to add the lapis, but before we do, we need to work a little bit of technical part for this. Very short.
On va essayer de...
D'être prêt.
Bref.
We have to. So the moment that you will send the lapis, so it's in this position 1 and 2 and 3. So you're in your back step with left. I will go a bit more forward. So I'm in this step. It's very important that you push your hip to that leg to make your movement. So don't put the chest over your feet, but actually push the hip onto the foot. So try to imagine not to want to go with the chest actually, and only with the hip. And the chest, it will end up there eventually because of that. So you will end up here. Now this has two advantages. Because you do that, you are starting to lead her already around you in a forward step, the ladies. And then you send her around and you will make this movement like you did before, and then release the lapis and then end up there. So the most important part about that lapis is that back step actually. If that one works very good, it's actually doable. And this back step is straight back. So because what many of you will want to do is that when you are making this back step, you will want to turn while making the step, which will also result in your chest going backwards. So you need to go with your hip straight back, one line, and then send your chest. So then send the chest and the lapis to end up there. So don't send the chest over your feet and don't start to turn. So first a line and with the hip, and then we start the move. Now for the ladies.
For the ladies, actually what Sven is saying regarding the hip is valid. You know that I've been saying that a lot during the classes. So when we are doing the movement here, in the you have back, side, forward, what you will want to do is react in the hip and then lose the equilibrium. So you don't want to do that. You just actually push yourself onto your new standing leg, make your pivot. The problem is because it's a pivot with a lot of energy, because of Sven leading me a lot of energy, I will want to go further with my right leg. And obviously then I'm in the wrong position with the hip. I will fall into a movement which I cannot do in that way. So I actually really take care of finishing my ocho, keeping the hip backwards so I can use my standing leg, which is my left, to push me into the forward step again, push me and go into the side. That is not the position because then I will fall only into this side and I need to go around him. So pay attention to that. And the other thing is actually when you turn around him, think always to have your chest around him as well. Don't go away. So in that way you can work really when you step onto the standing leg, use the inside rotation in the couple. Yes?
Okay.
I think in short that's two essential things for the follower.
Good. Now, cheers, Eric. Good. Now, what I suggest is that we practice a little bit the end movement for the followers, which is an adorno, and the movement of me. So the ladies will be doing a hero around and it will finish with an adorno.
Let's show what we have in mind so we can do it separately.
So, what we have in mind is the same beginning, 1 and lapis, 2, and here is an adorno, which you probably did not see because of the camera position. So, we show again from this angle, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, adorno. Okay, so we will work our lapis solo. the guys, only the Lapis. And for the followers, only
Only the
The
follower,
Adorno.
because only the Adorno, because I know you know the hero. If we come from the step around him, we remove the sandwichito and we do it's forward, side, backward, and you know the drill of the hero. So I only would like to emphasize on the Adorno is a movement that comes on the floor like you would this.
Okay, good. And we guys, we're going to practice in silence while the ladies discuss this Adorno. Okay?
It's gonna be very quiet for me for
Yes.
the 5 next minutes.
Good. So,
So-
we just put our right leg back.
He
That's
said
it.
silence.
Yes, just our right leg back, and then sorry, our left, and then we transfer the weight and we
He
pivot.
said silence.
And we end up
He's
there.
still
Okay.
talking.
Good. So
For the follower, I'm gonna face the camera because I want to show you the position you are coming from is actually a forward step, and you will want to go in this way. I would like you to emphasize on arriving on the forward movement, so the forward leg, which is my right, and then you do the twist on the floor. And the twist is like, I call this a petit rond de jambe on the floor. It's like if I put Swiffer towels on the floor, it's clean here. Yeah. So let's do that a few times. Forward, 1, 2, and you can go to the other side. Forward. And practice this Adorno. Forward, 1, 2. Step. 1, 2. Step. 1, 2. Yeah? I can also show it for you in this profile so you can see. If we do it with left, the Adorno becomes this movement. The leg of the gentleman is there. But the Adorno we are now practicing is with the left one, so we come from forward, right, Adorno, and forward step, Adorno. Let's do that 2 more times. Each side, forward step, Adorno. Pam, pam, and Adorno.
okay, ladies,
Yes.
keep practicing while we explain a bit for the guys. So,
So,
keep
The
practicing.
ladies keep practicing.
So forward, Ochos, and the Adorno. Now, the leaders, when you make this step, remember that we said transfer your weight of the hip fully. So you arrive here, then you send your chest to the right, then you cross, pivot, and then we add some more pivot by adding a Lapis. Okay? Again. And 1, chest, pivot, Lapis, pivot, look for the parata. And again. And 1, chest, pivot, and again. Most important part, the step. Transfer your hip, send the chest, Lapis, and parata. Okay, good. Let's try it with the partners actually. So, what we're going to do is we'll try it immediately, but with in the couple is instead of the sandwich, I will keep sending her around me. So we show once more. So 1 and 2, and here I will continue sending her around me, and I will make this Lapis movement. Okay?
And the Adorno. Let's show it again for the ladies.
So we have 1 and 2 and 3. Keep sending her, and then
Back,
Lapis.
side, forward, Adorno.
Yes. And exit. Again.
And
Now 1
back, side,
two,
forward,
and
and
1 and 2,
and
3.
Adorno.
Okay. Let's try again.
There is a question?
Ah, bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Bienvenue.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and Lapis, and parada,
And Adorno.
and
Step over.
we exit. Again. 7, and 1, 1,
And
2, and 3,
one,
order for this lapis to work, you really have to focus on your back step. So that's the key secret. Afterwards, the lapis becomes pretty easy. So make your back step from the hip, send her around you and keep the hip backwards, okay? So then from there, this part gets fairly easy. But once the hip starts to move forward, so when the chest moves backward, it becomes very difficult to do.
And the other thing I would like to say for the followers, you know everything I told you already before, but with the adorno especially, make sure you stand on your right foot and that the leg here is free. You should be able to do it on your own, but because you're making the pivots, the leg moves. So this line stays in the same line, it doesn't move, yeah? You
Okay.
remember that.
Let's practice with music all
Yes.
together, everybody. Well, actually, it's gonna be our last tango, so let's turn on a song and let's dance all together. We improvise to that song, and now and then you can lead your partner this movement.
Don't worry, the video remains available during the entire time we are in confinement and probably also later, so you can rewatch it, put it on pause and then practice again.
Okay, enjoy this tango, everybody.
Vamos todos a bailar este tango sin par que rezonga en la orquesta. Vamos a vestir la fiesta al corazón que esta noche de hoy se presta. Que junto a seguir ese compás, más hondo, mucho más y tan amigo. Vamos por ocho a bailar que el salón encendido nos espera. En el salón quedó mi juventud, deja la juventud. Siguiendo huellas del tango no me perdí una noche, siempre bailando, bailando. En el salón desde mi corazón, prendido a una ilusión. Así, tal vez arrinconado, he de esperar su amor.
Voila, voila, voila. Thank you very much, everybody, for your attention. Good.
Voila, 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 and Tana is ready as well.
Okay, good. So we've reached again the end of this tango and wine class.
If we haven't told you before or said things before, thank you for the donations we are receiving from you. It's really kind and very considerate in these confinement times of Corona. So thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Tana says it's time to go for her walk, which we always do after our tango and wine class.
Yeah, she misses you guys.
Yes, she really misses you. Every time that we come back downstairs with our tango clothes, she's with the tail waggling, thinking that we are going to go to the class.
She stands at the front door waiting.
Yeah, and then she's all disappointed that we are not leaving, actually.
The other thing, next week you have the technique class. If you like to join Wednesday at 9, you're more than welcome. And the other thing, if you have friends and family we want to show our expertise in Argentine tango, you can invite them for a beginner's class, which is also next Wednesday,
Which
but
is
at
also next Wednesday.
8:10.
You will find a link below for them to register, or you can just send them to our website where they can find the registration form. Okay, that's all for this evening. Enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your bottle of wine, or your beer, or your glass of water.
And stay healthy.
And stay healthy, and we hope to see you very, very, very soon.
In real life, that
In
would
real
be
life.
really great.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a
Merci
good night.
beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, tout le monde.
Et à la semaine prochaine. Et ça.